Honeymoons,
Not really.
but an AOY.
Growing up on the water with fishing in their blood, Arey and Bryan Thrift have spent the last 10 years competing against the biggest names in professional bass fishing. Their success has landed them ranked among the top anglers in the world. If you're looking to become a better angler, then this show has all the answers. Join us and follow along to get actionable tips, tactics, and tried and true techniques directly from the pros. Welcome to Let's Talk Fish.
Sound on. We're live.
All right, we're live. We're trying to figure out the answer to our trivia question.
I gotta get my ears hooked up so I can make sure the volumes.
I'm gonna work on that.
Thrift is awkwardly standing behind Jeff because
I'm here.
we have a special guest along with his boss lady.
And Jeff
AKA.
won't let me touch the computer, so
No.
that's why
I'm good.
Are you good?
I'm getting ready to leave.
All right, you finalized everything?
I'm
You
going
gonna make
all the way in there.
You gonna make sure Jeff's gonna be like literally 25 feet away from us. So y'all, if there's a sound issue, we'll all scream real loud for Jeff. Special guest in the house tonight, Mr. Bryan New, back in studio, and his lovely wife, Miss Brittany, who helped with the intro to the show. By the way, kind of unexpected.
Awesome.
Kind of unexpected because I said honeymoons and she said not really. We'll get into why that's 100% accurate statement here in just a minute. But we got about 130 viewers. Lots of comments coming in. New, needless to say, had a phenomenal year. We talked him in, or Thrift talked him into sponsoring the giveaway tonight. What all we got here, New?
Oh, we got this is a pretty awesome jig. It's the Greenfish Gaff Slim Jig. Reason it's called a gaff is it's got a gaff in it. You're never going to open that hook up with braid.
So couple swim jigs.
A couple swim jigs, a couple sheebie jigs, which is a perfect little...
A what jig?
A sheebie jig.
Okay.
Oh, I thought he said
I did too. I'm sorry.
I was like, he just called that jig what I think he said.
Oh, no, sheebie means little in
Spell it.
Japanese.
Okay,
Spell it.
you're going to have to clarify.
CHBI.
What?
All right,
What?
we'll go with it. We'll
Something
allow
like
it.
that.
I don't think that's how you spell
Yeah,
that.
it might be CHIBI.
So a couple
I'm good with it.
Shibi jigs.
Yeah.
Shibi jigs.
A couple Zoom frogs. For some reason, I found out this year that nobody throws a chunk anymore on a jig. So
It is
I
rare.
thought it was necessary to bring a Zoom Big Salty chunk to give away because that is always #1 jig trailer. Old Monster Worms, big player for me this year. Trick Worm, always a big player anywhere in the country, every tournament. My little boy, the G Flat, awesome little cold water crankbait.
Is that, who makes that?
Greenfish.
Okay. The G flat?
Yes, it wasn't a big player for me this year, but you know, I figured it's cold. It's this time of year that you can throw that bait. And I really didn't want to give my square bills away, so it's all G Flat.
He's honest.
Yeah, he's on.
And this right here, this is a new bait from Zoom. It's a Magnum Speed Crawl.
I
The
seen that.
Big Daddy.
And that is a bad
So
deal.
the pincers actually aren't much bigger.
They are. They're a little
Yeah,
bit
they're a
bigger.
little bit.
But the
It's
body's
just-
a lot
Yes.
more
yeah,
meat
it's
in
like
it.
20% bigger.
Yes.
Everything.
Yeah.
Like all the way around.
Yeah.
I can tell the body. I mean, you can look at the body and tell, but
Yeah. But that's, I mean, I threw that
The
on a
fish
swim
catcher.
jig.
So this is the official Bass Opens Angler of the Year
Overall.
giveaway package.
overall,
Overall Angler of the Year
You want
package.
to know who
right
packaged those baits? I did.
Yeah, we won't get into that.
you hand package. Oh, you put.
Oh, yeah,
you
let's
got
talk
them
about
together.
that. Dive into that,
No.
Brittany.
I repackaged all them.
All right, so so new
Not all of them.
Are
New
these
gets
second
baits.
or used?
walk in front of the
All right.
I'll be in the back.
So
that was creepy.
New gets baits in the mail, and he makes you take all the baits out of the package and repackage them in there straight.
Yep.
Oh my God, no!
Hey,
So one worm doesn't have a little kinked tail or something, basically.
it's more
No,
than
it
that.
can't.
It's more than just that.
And they
but
can't be
that's
on
a big
top of
part
each
of
other.
it. Yes.
So
So
y'all are a team now. I mean, you're
we
married.
are a team. That's why
part of
she's
it.
here.
But not stay up till 3:30 a.m. repackaging baits.
Now that's a little excessive. That's a little
So
excessive.
I got a
But that doesn't surprise me, though. If News putting her up to
the
it.
first Zoom order I got in. It was 8 hours straight. both of us working repackaging stuff. But
I
no,
know some OCD fishermen. I mean, this guy to my right, but I don't think you repackage all your plastics, do you?
Yeah, I asked him that. I asked him, did he get this from Thrift?
Sounds
no,
like-
it's not just keeping baits from getting kinked. It's space. If you package them certain ways, you can make them smaller. Make the packaging smaller, and you can carry more tackle. I'm serious.
No
He
comment.
said they don't work right if they're not in there.
Because you
way.
change worms 6,322 times each day in a tournament.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
exactly.
I might need to.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that, dude.
I might need to one day,
Oh
though,
man, you got.
and I'll be prepared.
All right, let's break down the Angler of the Year run this year.
First, let's dive into the honeymoon deal.
Oh yeah, that's even
The
better.
honeymoon
That's even
didn't
better.
happen because I mean we
Oh,
have
it
Brittany
happened.
here for. So back to okay, tell the viewers
I was at
they got married
their
this
wedding.
year.
I
They
went
got
to the
married this
wedding.
year.
It was an awesome wedding. We had a great time. And
Matt didn't come.
Hey, listen.
Matt-
I sent an
Matt
invite.
did
but-
Let
come.
me tell you why. New intentionally scheduled it on top of the Elite Series
Intentionally.
tournament, so I couldn't go because he was afraid I'd be the one in the back. And, you know, when they say that they're, you know, forever hold your peace, please speak up. I would have told Brittany.
Yeah, we skipped that
Lord,
yeah, they skipped that part.
Oh,
We skipped that part.
Oh, okay, you skipped that part anyway. I mean, but no, I'm sorry I missed it. I really am. But
Yeah.
It was a good wedding. It was fun.
He did.
We had a great time.
Actually, Thrift left there, and he called me, and I asked him how the wedding went, and he said, "Man, it was a really, really, really nice wedding." So
I thought so.
Yeah, it was. I know.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. So, Brittany, what day? What was the day? October 17th.
Yeah.
17th. Y'all impressed? Y'all impressed? I know that.
I actually,
I
I'm not gonna
was
lie.
there and I didn't remember.
I
that.
didn't look it up either. The only reason I know that is because that was an Elite Series tournament.
Yeah.
So I knew that date, because I looked at it like 12 times, like, dang, man, I can't make News Wedding. But, so from there, the honeymoon that didn't happen.
It happened.
Okay, you keep claiming it
Well,
happened.
I want to know. So y'all got married on the 17th, and I know I left the reception around 10 o'clock because me and my wife and both boys were there.
My wife and I.
Me and my wife. It was me and my wife.
We're North Carolina rednecks. We don't have
Yeah,
to be proud.
but anyway, Cooper didn't want to leave. He was having a ball dancing on the dance floor.
He was cutting up.
He
the
was
rug,
cutting a
too.
rug. But, so
He
we
was.
ended up having to leave about 10 o'clock. What time did y'all leave to go to the tournament the next day?
Brian went to bed at like 10:30, I think. Well, he said he was going to bed.
So Cooper
I
stayed up
tried
later
to.
than you, basically. Pretty much, yeah.
And I tried to go out there and actually get to enjoy my reception, which still didn't happen. I still ran around and talked to everybody that was left. And we also forgot to sign our marriage license during all of that.
Wait, are y'all legally married?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So my stepdad yelled at me to come back in there. So I had to go wake him up, but he was still awake to sign it. He's like, "Why didn't you just sign it for me?" I'm like, "You can't do that. You got to sign it." So we were officially married, I guess, at actually like 11:30 at this point. And then he's like, "Okay, I'm going to sleep." He's like, "We got to leave at 1:30." I was like, 1:30? And he was like,
AM.
"Yeah." He's like, I gotta at least get an hour and a half of sleep. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's when you were going to Neely Henry, wasn't it?
Yes.
Noo?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the day after his wedding, I call him at like, what was it, 6:30 or 7:30 in the morning, and he's already on Neely Henry practicing for the Open.
I got a question. I think one of the first pictures that I saw after y'all got married on Facebook had you,
I'm not getting comments.
Brittany, and another man in a hotel room going, "Welcome to our," and you posted something like, "Welcome to our honeymoon." So just break that down for us real quick.
It was a cowboy.
Even better.
No, so
Like, I ain't even
I mean,
say
it might be a honeymoon, but hey, I'm still on a budget, boys. You know, so
Tell us who it was and all. I mean,
Joey Cifuentes, he was my running mate in the Central Opens this year, and you know, we had a good time all year, and I guess we actually only had 2 tournaments before that. So, my beautiful, lovely bride, Brittany, she got to finish out the last 2 tournaments in the Centrals with us on her honeymoon. I Actually, I think Joey's been on 3 honeymoons now.
Yeah, all 3 of ours.
I don't know if you would consider it just a second or a second and a third, because there was a weekend.
So back to there not being a honeymoon. Where's he going to take you, Brittany?
He has not said he was taking me anywhere.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know, really. St. Thomas.
Yes,
US Virgin
there you
Islands.
go.
I like it.
There you go.
All right. Now,
How
That's-
about
That's where I've always wanted to go.
what about
you better get that, make that happen.
Here's-
what about Fort Worth, Texas?
No.
Here's the thing. All right, so Lord willing, the schedule goes as planned. Everything starts to simmer down a little bit after the vaccines are
seen
out
that.
there, and everything starts to just chill out. Next year, knock on wood, the Elite schedule, our Elite series, is actually going to be completely done in July.
I know, I've seen that.
All right.
I gotta make
y'all
some
can
money.
actually schedule a honeymoon before hurricane season
Yep, at the
in
end
one
of
of
the
those
And while
prime
it's warm.
locations, like St. Thomas or
There you
I'm
go.
trying to make a
DVIs.
living fishing here,
Something
so
like that.
keep it down a
You
little
can
bit.
do that.
priorities. New priorities.
Yeah, not
That's
going
a
broke.
priority. that,
Exactly.
tell him happy wife, happy.
That is exactly right. I mean, you're gonna come
Happy
home
life.
one day and
You're supposed to
all
finish
your
it. You're
all
supposed
your
to finish
Zoom
the
worms are gonna be upside down in the pack.
Ooh. We're gonna have
You
to
better
reconsider
you
this
better take
marriage,
care
babe.
But so plenty. There you go. Ron Schreier, he said St. John's is a wonderful place to honeymoon. We actually went. Emma and I went to the Bahamas and stayed at the Atlantis, which is a pretty cool little place. You can get all inclusive deals too, new for people like yourself that don't want to spend an extra dollar.
We're supposed to be talking fish.
Well, actually, I even have a free alcohol package right now on a Bahamas cruise, thanks to COVID. So
Yeah.
There you
Well,
go.
yeah. So how about a cruise to the Bahamas? No?
I don't do cruises.
oh, he's going to one day.
I'm not doing a cruise, babe. I
You
do
will.
a lot of
I,
things.
I
but
said the
will.
same thing.
Look,
I'm not
Listen,
going
you
on
drive a
cruise.
boat going as fast as it'll go, and
I'm in control.
exactly, and you can't drive.
If Brittany says it's going to happen, just go ahead and accept it's going to happen. Okay, it's okay. Now we can get into the
You see these pants?
we could get.
I'm
It's
wearing-
go- it's gonna get
Are
good
these
tonight.
Lucky Brand?
No, they're buckles, but
Have they got the little crochet on the pocket?
no,
How about
not.
diamonds on the back?
They don't
pocket?
have buckle.
They don't have diamonds?
No diamonds.
Okay.
No, I wear those. See, mine are more fancy, so I'm wearing the pants.
No, I bought the pants.
we're gonna get to the AOY stuff. This is a lot more fun though. We'll skip over and jump into the AOY and kind of how all that came about. But what was interesting about the Bassmaster Opens this year is that, and I was watching the points pretty close. It was all I had a lot of buddies trying to qualify for the elites, and there was a lot of guys that had come over from FLW and things like that. It was like this, like all year, like up and down, up and down, up and down, in and out, and guys that you were like, oh, well, he'll make the elites, and then just like that, it flip flopped, like during the day of a tournament, when they update the points at night. I know a lot of the fishermen probably aren't looking at that, but as an outsider looking in, I was looking at it every night, and some guys can take that kind of pressure. Some guys don't like to look at it because it bothers them, but I was paying real close attention to it. But it was crazy. There was in the joint thing. So correct me if I'm wrong. The joint deal, there was looked like about 55 to 60 guys that started in the whole deal that fished both divisions all year. But then some of them, it looked like some of them kind of just fell out really quick, or they quit fishing one division based on finishes, things like that. But the overall, which included yourself, Christy, I don't think Hackney did do the overall.
No, he just did the central.
He just did the Centrals. Scott Martin. Justin Atkins.
He was in there.
I mean, some big name guys, and you came out on top in the overalls. Where did you end up in the Easterns, by the way?
I don't know. It don't matter.
I
don't.
But it was,
I really
it was a
don't
Pretty good
know.
finish. Were you higher in the Easterns or the Centrals?
I don't know. I don't.
You're lying.
I swear I do not know.
He don't know
two-
because he
he
made
has
me
no
look
idea.
all the time.
He
Why
had
did
two-
we have him on the show? He can't even answer any of our.
I'm gonna answer
He don't
it.
even know where he finished in the tournament.
I'm fixing to answer it. He had 3 goals. Make the classic, win AOY, get married. He done all 3.
I did.
He did all 3. He did
I mean,
all 3. I'm just trying to let our viewers learn a little bit more about this fisherman to my left. And I was expecting you to be able to answer some of these questions.
I mean, I
since
won
they concern
overall.
you. But
I know that.
So, go through your tournaments. What were your finishes? You know all your finishes, I'm sure.
First, 24th ish, 30, 33rd-ish, 35th. That was 3. So,
You fished 8, right?
yeah.
Y'all probably should have asked him to write this down before he came here.
I think it was first,
They don't have to be exact.
first
They don't
20-ish,
have to be exact. Yeah,
30th,
double check that.
and then
All right, your best finish, obviously, you won down in Florida.
anyways,
Have
I
your
finished.
cell phone there.
I finished 4th at Louisville.
Say that out loud.
4th at Louisville.
Somebody said that's a good question.
Lewis.
Yeah. Ville. 100th at Neely Henry. On my
So Neely was
the
Neely
start of
Henry
my
your worst.
Neely
Yes,
Henry
by far.
sucked.
Okay.
I feel like we're.
I know it was Neely Henry, and then Cherokee. I finished 53rd, and those were my worst 2. And then the rest of them was 1st, 4th.
All checks. All.
Yeah, or Hartwell. I finished 43rd.
They
That was
just
the
pay
one I
40,
was
don't
missing. Yeah, they paid 40.
they? Okay. So, but you had 2 top 5s with a win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you had some really solid finishes after that. The reason I was asking that, I was trying to see, you know, the thing about the Opens is they're so competitive every year. When you only have a small number of tournaments, you really can't have. But the overall allows you to have a bad tournament and recover easier because you've got 2 different options there. But in the individual, you have one bad tournament because there's not enough events. And you and I talked about it on the phone earlier today.
Right.
You know, if you have 7 events, you got a lot more margin for error. But when you're fishing 3 or 4 tournaments, you got to catch them every single tournament. Especially this year with the competition the way it was. So plans, big plans, new qualified for the Elite Series. And what is you've seen the schedule. You're on the email chain, right? You're getting all the Thursday updates now. So I don't think, did they add all the new guys to that? Was it
No.
last week or was it, how many emails updates have you got, Thursday updates?
Like 4.
And by the way, you need
Good
if you
boy.
hadn't added Brittany, this is just word of advice. Go ahead and add Brittany to that too, because most all the guys' wives are added to that. That way, if you miss something, she'd probably pick it up.
She is the secretary.
I'm just telling you. And she may not even want to be added, but yeah, it'd be a good idea to where she can see everything that you see too. So what you've seen the schedule, you see the dates. Which Elite Series event are you excited about the most?
The St. John's. When the St. John's is over, Tennessee River. When it's over, the Classic.
Don't be a smart aleck.
I'm serious.
Which one are
I'm
you
not.
looking forward to the most?
The first one. I mean, seriously, I don't worry about anything until.
I didn't say we're worried about anything. I'm just asking you which one are you
Honestly,
excited
I
about the
couldn't
most?
sit here and tell you the whole schedule because it
God.
don't matter. It's
You're
a bass
killing me,
tournament.
Smalls.
He's just
You're
asking
killing
you
me,
which.
being
Smalls.
honest.
He's just asking you which like you.
This is a talk show where we talk about fishing and schedules and lakes and techniques and things like that.
Well, all right. Tell me the schedule. So we got St. John's, Tennessee River.
We've got Lake Fork.
I might go Fork just because it's Fork.
We've got Gunnersville
Yeah.
again. We have that'll be my 4th time fishing Gunnersville in 2.5 years, by the way. We've got St. Lawrence River. We've got Champlain. We have the Sabine River, which I know everybody badmouths the Sabine River, and I said this before on the show. I'm excited about that one. I'll tell you why, because it's a new fishery. I've never been there. And one of the cool things about our job is we get to see places that we've never been to. We get to see some cities that we've never been to. We get to see some really cool fisheries, and whether we crush them or not, that's
It's still a bass tournament.
right, and that's yet to be determined. But the Sabine River is a really, really neat area, like with a lot of history. And if you think about Louisiana and Texas and all those winding rivers and coming off the coast there, I mean that's just a very scenic place. So yeah, the Sabine River. I'm looking forward to that. Let's see. Let's jump into. If you got any questions for New, y'all shoot them in. I'm seeing a bunch of comments here. Caleb Pritchard said, "Hey Brian and Matt, I've been listening to the podcast for years. Love the show. First live show for him. Thanks, Caleb, for jumping on. He lives up in West Virginia, about 3.5 hours from Norman. It is funny because I've seen quite a few guys from West Virginia that actually come down and fish Norman. They said they haven't been though, and they plan to come fishing. He's hoping that we can help him out. Well, you're in luck because there's some guys here. That catch them on Norman a lot better than I do because I don't ever fish up there, and they can give you a few tips. Y'all want to give him a few tips for when he comes? How about the best time? If y'all could pick a time of the year to fish Norman, best time, just for catching fish.
March,
April,
February.
May.
I was gonna say April, so I'm right in between y'all. He said March, April. Thrift said April, May. Yeah, that's centered around the spawn more or less,
Yeah.
but there'll be a lot of ways to catch them.
Yeah.
I mean, you could take a wacky worm in April and catch as many as you want.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know that I've ever fished Norman more than once that time of year. It's always either the fall, the winter, or the pre-spawn for me. I only go once or twice a year.
Yeah, and March can be phenomenal as far as Norman's
Yeah.
concerned. Like I said, that's why I said as far as Norman's concerned, because Norman can only get so phenomenal to an extent. It's a good lake. It's full of fish, but it's
Oh,
not.
yeah.
It's not like one of those lakes where you go out and just see 20-pound bags like you do some fisheries. So yeah, Caleb, March, April, May, tie you on a wacky worm, bring you shoot. You catch them any way you want to in April.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, April, May. Top water starts getting going. It's kind of the same March through April, because in March you can catch them cranking, spinnerbait, and then wacky worm and everything. And then toward the end of it, you just replace your crankbaits with top waters, and it's pretty much the same deal.
Hey, Ernie Wallace said, look out for the nutria rats. Have you ever seen a nutria?
I have not. I've heard
Have you
of
ever
it.
seen a nutria?
Nah, on TV.
You know what a nutria
Yeah.
is, right? All right, you know what a nutria is.
I know
right?
what one is.
All right, it's like
Like if I seen one, I'd be like, hey, that's a nutrient.
all right, well, let me ask you a question.
Gordy, hey.
You been to the Cleveland County Fair? Y'all been to the Cleveland County Fair
No,
over the years?
I have.
I'm just asking.
I ain't even got a honeymoon. You think I've been to the fair?
I was taking
I mean,
you
in your
this year.
lifetime, not recently. Well, they didn't have
No.
a fair this past year because of COVID. But you've been to Cleveland County Fair a bunch.
Yes.
All right, all right. This is just stay with me. When we were young, and you go to the fair and you see these little exhibits, and some of them are like the woman with two heads.
Please don't
and-
tell me you seen a nutria rat.
Hold on. It said 50 cents to see the world's largest rat. And I knew I duck hunted at the coast a lot growing
So
up.
you
Now,
knew what it
so
was.
I knew
You know what
a
was
nutria
coming.
But I mean, if you've ever seen one, it looks like a big old rat. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
So you know,
It is.
half of Cleveland County and everybody else that went to that fair told everybody they knew that like it was like a sewer rat and it was like this big. I mean, it really was this big, and they had it in a cage, and it paid 50 cents. Go in there, and when they opened up the curtain, I was like, oh look, it's a nutria. You know, it is the world's largest rodent, but it's definitely not a rat. I mean, people might call it a rat, but
It's
I don't
a
think it
nutria
is
rat.
the world's largest
it's not
rodent.
it's not like the rat that they were portraying. You know, like the sewer rats or the ones we had like in a barn. or
Yeah, I'm not
something
paying
around here.
50 cents to see nothing like that.
50 cents. Well, I had to see what it was, you know. I mean, curiosity killed the cat. I got in there and looked at it, and it was a nutria rat. So it's just funny. But apparently, the Sabine River has a bunch of nutrias. And by the way, they can be somewhat aggressive. I know when we used to shoot ducks, and if one would land back in the marsh, you know, they didn't want their dogs going in there to retrieve one, because if they encountered a nutria, they could get after them.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they get real defensive and territorial. So.
How big is this thing? I don't have a clue
Oh,
what
they
you're
get
talking
3-4
about.
foot long. I mean, the ones I've seen are about that big. I mean, just good.
Brittany, they're in Lake Wiley too.
Shut your mouth.
I say, for real? They caught alligators in Lake Wiley, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, yeah.
All right. That brings up a good point. Scott Fell wanted to know. He said there's going to be a cool greenfish wrapped boat next year. Is that going to be a wrap?
It might be a cougar.
Cougar.
That's dumb.
It's not dumb.
I'm glad Brittany's here. I don't
Yes,
have to
it
say it.
is. Like an animal.
Good gracious.
We'll explain.
Oh,
that.
I know the background behind that, and
You-
that's even more dumb.
You're not talking about the Ricky Bobby cougar.
That's
Absolutely.
stupid.
Well, you gonna put Wonder Bread on it too?
P.S. Don't snort these Lucky Charms.
That even got a chuckle from Jeff in there. So you really don't know what your wrap is, or you just want to keep it under wraps for a little
I really don't know.
Okay.
Please don't do
Don't
that.
be surprised if it's a cougar, though.
That's dumb.
It's not dumb. Ricky Bobby's the
Hey,
coolest guy.
not a
Maybe
cougar.
with Ricky Bobby on there, but not a cougar. What are you in the?
Put a
what are
nutria
you-
rat on
What
there
are you
instead
working
of a
at the
cougar.
zoo?
You
A
don't
nutria
get
rat.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
if
do
you ain't
get it.
first, you last. Right?
Nah,
And you're
you'd
gonna be
second,
last if there was a
third,
boat
fourth.
rap competition.
She said you're gonna lose.
Hell,
in the
son,
boat
I was
rap
high when I
competition.
said that. You could be second, third. You could even be fourth.
The Canterbury's calling me. He don't know that I'm.
We got entirely too many Talladega Night quotes going on.
Everything went fine.
You've watched that
Yeah.
movie entirely too many times.
Derek Laura said Lake Fork should be a good tournament. That is
When are y'all going there?
That is like. I'm about to pick up Canterbury's call.
Do it. See if he wants to be on live.
Yeah, I think Canterbury's done blown me up twice.
What y'all got going on? We got some. Let's see.
Can I text on this at the same
wow.
time?
I just saw something pretty interesting that I can't address right now. Sorry,
I knew that was coming.
I can't address right now. You can't see that, no. You don't even know what our. You need to go study the schedule so you know where you have to drive to.
I got it on my phone.
That's good. Brittany's got it. Got you under control. Let me get back in here to my
The
feed.
schedule, I have it on my phone.
All right. Kevin Gordon wants to know when y'all going striper fishing at Murray. Is that where was some stripers from yesterday?
I don't know. My guide told me he swore me to secrecy.
Y'all want me to tell you?
Yes.
My guide might not guide me no more.
I was promised a striper fishing trip.
Hey.
I
Watery.
can guess and
I
probably
didn't
Watery.
get invited.
that's where he's been going every year for the past
Exactly.
5 years is Watery. Lake Watery, y'all. Striper fishing's off the hook right now.
Oh,
All right.
it's not
you
that
got it
easy.
now?
You gotta know what you're doing. Gordy, we will go if my wife lets me.
No, he's not allowed to go any more fishing until he takes his wife to do something.
His wife.
You running a Ranger next year?
Probably.
You know the season starts in 2 months, right?
I'm worried about catching bass.
He's got like two
you need a
boats.
boat to do that.
I got 2 boats.
He's got like 2 boats.
Okay. All right. That's just making sure you got a boat and you got to get it wrapped and all that stuff. So keep him in line, Brittany. When he gets to the first tournament, he's going to be so concerned about catching the bass, but he doesn't follow guidelines or rules. So
That's
they're
the
going to
only
be like,
thing.
oh, you can't fish. He said, and he say, your boat's got to be wrapped. He'll say, what do you mean it's got to be wrapped?
It has to be wrapped.
Well, it's in the rules.
Yeah.
What's the
Oh,
rule?
I don't
Does
know
the
all
rule
that.
just say wrapped or?
Please forward her the rules.
That's the only thing.
She
I
has to
don't-
read them to me.
If,
Anyway.
hey,
I
if it's
got-
Somebody
just
will
no,
read
if
the
it's
rules.
just got to be wrapped, you just go get you some Saran wrap and go around it a few times. It'd be wrapped.
whatever.
I think it's a little bit more strict than that.
Yeah, I don't know what the stipulations are. I'd have to read the actual rule myself as far as
David
what the
Williams, you shut your mouth, buddy.
Yes, I agree, David Williams, whoever you are.
That's
I
David
don't-
Hey.
Williams.
I can't see that. Okay,
Hey,
I don't know everybody.
there is a thing to the baby season.
No.
There
All right, I'm gonna.
isn't there, Matt? Matt
David,
knows.
I'm slapping you next time I see you.
When you have a baby, it's the best year you'll ever have of your career.
That is
I've got a little girl, so
that's
Listen.
100% accurate.
She's
That-
not
I'm
little
telling you.
anymore. She's 8, and she wants a sister.
That
but
that
she's gonna
is
get a
a
brother.
fact.
Well, that's another thing that's going to happen because it came out of Brittany's mouth. So just go ahead and
Look,
accept it.
the year Wiley was born, I won my first tour tournament and I won Angler of the Year.
You need to take that and run with it. I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah.
That, like the baby, don't call it a curse. What do you call it? Just
No,
the
it's like I
baby
don't
luck.
know.
It's just
It's
new
baby luck. Yeah,
New baby luck.
The year Cooper was born, I won 2 tournaments. Like that's your best years.
Brock Mosley had a baby this year, and he went on a little tear there for 3 or 4
Yep.
tournaments in a row.
It's-
Champlain,
It's scientific fact.
I
I'm
think
pretty sure.
Champlain was when they actually had the child. He was up there fishing, and she went into labor, and he almost won that tournament. I'm just throwing this out there, but
I mean, I don't mind practicing. I mean, hey, I've got to get a year under my belt first, boys.
Patrick,
You've been doing this since you were 5.
I didn't have entry fees like this since I was 5.
It don't matter. I didn't have. I had all kind of entry fees for nursing school. And
I mean, I
everything
know I
else,
got a
and
sugar mama and all
and
that.
I took care of an 8-year-old pretty much by myself with the help of my family. But guess
I
what?
understand.
Canterbury has called
We're
me.
here to talk about fish, ladies and
Y'all
gentlemen.
did it,
Canterbury's
not
called
me.
3 times.
Get on him, Brittany. Get on him.
Patrick Brondo said he worked with a guy from Louisiana that has eaten.
I seen that.
Yeah,
I
That
seen
is
that.
Listen,
terrible.
everybody's on my side.
Oh, I thought he was going to say, well, if you cook it right, it tastes like chicken or something. But no, he
No,
actually
he said
said
it's the nastiest.
the
thing.
grossest thing he's ever put in his mouth. Yeah, so.
I tried to eat a
myself.
raccoon one time, and I would put the raccoon against the nutria rat for the grossest thing ever.
How about some possum?
It's got to be better than raccoon.
No,
My
it can't.
grandfather ate quite a few possum, and he said it actually wasn't bad. But
Tastes
I,
like chicken.
I never tried. No, he didn't say that. He did say it was a little greasy, a little darker, but he said it was. I mean, it all depends on their diet. I mean, if you put a possum in a cage over there and fed him corn for a year and then cleaned him and ate him, he probably wouldn't taste that bad. I'm just
I
saying.
disagree.
Why?
Disagree.
You don't think the diet has anything to do with the taste of the meat of an animal?
It probably has some, but not wholly.
Canterbury's good. He was just fishing. He didn't realize he was on the show. He just said, I don't even
Oh, you just called
He
him?
needs to get it together.
He's blown my phone up 3 times.
make sure he didn't have flat tires.
Why ain't he watching the show? He's supposed to be watching the show.
Yeah.
Like he's got
He's
stiff
normally on here
competition
commenting.
coming after him next year.
How
I mean,
about, there's a good one. How about a shadbird boat wrap? Just put a big old egret put an egret on one
ooh,
side.
a blue heron.
And a hare on the other, and maybe like a bald eagle on the cowl with your motor or something.
We'll
Yeah.
see.
It says America on the back.
Dude, but that defeats the point. The cougar, you got to beat the fear. You can't.
What? Do you
The
probably
cougar-
fear an eagle?
The
I
whole
would fear
point
an eagle.
behind the cougar is you have to get in the car and you have to be calm.
Okay,
if you're
we're
not, the
going way
cougar
too deep
tears
with
you
this.
up.
Hey, if any of the viewers have not seen, or our podcast listeners later have not
Seen Talladega Nights.
Talladega
yes.
Nights, they're going to be as lost as Anyway, let's come to Cumberland or Cumberland River. Plenty of stripers. Yeah, Cumberland's got some big ones, like real big stripers. In East Tennessee,
I was
anywhere
gonna
in
say,
East
that's what I was
Tennessee.
fixing to say. East Tennessee, I know they catch a lot of big ones. Is it Watts Bar?
I thought all up and down the
Yeah,
Tennessee River.
it may be.
Yeah.
And there's another river up there they get on and they catch like big ones, 40s and 50s and stuff. There's a lot of boys around Cleveland County actually have big john boats that go up there and they run up those rivers and catch them. Y'all catch them on Alabama rig? Gotta ask.
Yes.
Okay, I figured you did. I just had to ask. Not a live baiter. You're not gonna strike me as a live baiter.
Oh no. You can bring that live bait and we'll clean your clock.
Oh, big talker.
I'm not a cocky guy,
There
but
you
when
go. There you
when
go.
it comes to striper fishing, you bring whatever you want, and if it's not an A rig,
Now
clean
Robbie
your clock.
Dye's calling me.
He knows you're on the show. I just
Yeah.
told him we were having the show. He's trying to.
Y'all want to put Robbie Dye live on the
What-
show?
bring it on.
All right. Robbie Dye, you're live on Let's Talk Fish with Matt Arey, myself, Brian New, and Brian's wife, Brittany. You are live on Let's Talk Fish. What you got to say so the viewers can hear you?
How come did you tell Hamrick that
He don't even know.
All right, we'll have to talk to him later.
the new Manga 360?
Robbie
You
Dye.
just hang up on him.
Yeah, we're doing the show. I
He's
caught you,
so-
man.
he's
I think
so-
Robbie's drunk.
Robbie,
There's a good chance. What time is it?
I just talked. So for our viewers, I just talked to Robbie right before we got on the show.
Yeah, he
And
knew we were going on the show.
I picked up News phone because Robbie was calling News phone, and I told him his News answering service. He said, "Oh, y'all got a show tonight, man. I'm sorry. Just tell News to call me later." And 20 minutes later, he's blowing
Yeah.
Brian's phone up. Talk some kind of gossip with Hamrick or something. So
Yeah, there's always something with it. And by the way, congratulations to Hamrick and Hoover. They won the first Ugly Stick Santa
the
Claus
Guinness Book,
tournament.
the Guinness Book tournament.
Yeah, world record Santa Claus tournament. Scott Hamrick, Roger Hoover won it with 15 pounds. And that's pretty
I
stout.
think Hoover won it and
I think
Hamrick
so
netted
too.
them.
Every
I
time,
Did you fish it?
Yes.
Who'd you fish it with?
Aaron Dye. Baby Dye.
Gotcha.
The Punisher's son.
So what were the weights like? So I know Cobb. I talked to Cobb. He finished 4th or 5th. Oh, he fished with Brad, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I see what Brad was doing there. He was getting him a ringer and running down there. But I know they caught. What was their weight?
what was bad was I think they
13-ish?
fished all the Hughes stuff and they beat LaHue.
Oh, I know where he got Hughes stuff. You remember that day?
Yeah, that's
that
what
we
he said.
competed against him. That's funny.
Cobb said that was the last time he was on Norman was the day that
We had an LTF challenge.
Matt and myself beat Shane and Cobb.
Beat.
Beat
Key word there. Beat.
Shane and Cobb.
And we, I don't remember what the weight. We had 14. They had 13. It was close or something like that. It was real close.
Yeah, it was. It was within a half, 3/4 of a pound.
Y'all.
What are we even talking about? Where were we?
Taco said we've digressed something fierce.
Yeah, that's the comment that made me
Yeah.
try to start thinking about what we were talking about.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
Well, I
Let's get
tried
on
to
it.
talk about the opens and the elite schedule, but your answer to everything has been, I don't know, I don't pay attention. Blah, blah, blah.
That's because
I mean, the
I
only thing
have
that
to
matters
keep up
is
with.
the tournament.
That's
the
because
next
I have to
tournament.
keep up with
Brittany
everything.
probably knows. So we'll, from here forward, we'll direct questions to Brittany.
Hey, Bo Adams is on here. He said, A-Rig, tell me more. My boy Bo is the one that was like demolishing everybody down at Falls and Jordan for like the last 3 years. Y'all be fans of him. He's catching them all on an A-Rig, but then everybody knows that. They just don't know how he's doing it. But he figured a deal out, and I got to give it to Bo. But he's been like just cracked like 35-pound bags. And
Where at?
down at Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Jordan, and he's been beating them in January, February, March. I mean, beating guys by 10 and 15 pounds. and they still hadn't figured out exactly what he's doing with it.
Catching them.
Which is
Big uns.
which
Lots
is,
of big
is
uns.
pretty intriguing. But I just give him a shout out to my boy Bo.
No new
smacks
baby.
him around with the rig.
All right,
And,
here's a
baby.
good question for you, New, from Ryan Sowers. What did you spend the
Yeah.
AOY check on?
honeymoon, obviously
Negative.
Not I.
Entry fees, man. Entry fees.
Entry
You
fees?
hadn't had to pay any yet.
That's true. You
I've
haven't had
got
to make
to
a payment
tomorrow.
yet, so I know that's a lie.
I was going to today and I couldn't figure out how, honestly.
Can't surprise me.
No, because I'm surprised he didn't ask
Whoa.
me to figure it out.
I mean, I didn't work on it real hard.
That
'cause we were
is
in
part of
between
your
jobs.
job, Brittany.
Andrew Alexander, I asked him that question. He has no thoughts. His mind is empty.
It's a bass tournament. It
He
don't
said
matter where
news
they
thoughts
are.
on next year's schedule.
Uh,
You're going to go down in history as the worst guest on a podcast ever. You do realize that, right?
Hey,
And this is like his second or third
I'm
time
just gonna
on the
give
show.
you a realistic tip as a friend. You're going to have to come out a little bit more and be a little bit more.
And he told me he
educated
was trying
in
to
your
tell
answers.
me to what to do, how
Yeah, he
easy
was
this
worried about you.
was.
Because Greenfish is probably watching. Zoom's probably watching. Take it for what
Hey,
it's worth.
But
if
I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I'm not worried about where we go. I worry about one tournament at a time. It don't matter. We could go fish a trout stream or the Atlantic Ocean.
this question was your thoughts on next year's schedule, and you said it don't matter. I don't care.
That's
No.
not the answer they want.
All right, there you go. There's your answer.
But that's the
I
truth.
can't do any better than that, y'all.
I can't
That's
sit
it.
here and lie. I mean, I did say Lake Fork. I'm probably looking forward to it the most, just because it's Lake Fork and it's got great big giant ones.
It does have giant ones, and we're gonna be there a great time to catch some great big giant ones.
Yes.
Y'all come out the house one night before Tennessee River tournament, eat some crawfish.
I'm down with
Say
that,
that.
Todd.
Say that word for me. ETOUFFE.
Etouffee.
I know how to say it.
Etouffee.
Dang it, I was gonna get you to say it.
Yeah, he can't.
Etouffee.
Brittany's not going to eat that. You know that, Todd.
Todd, count us in.
She'd eat
count
some
me in. I don't know
etouffee
about the
with
rest of it.
Speaking of, guess
With
what I'm
saluted
having
rice.
for dinner tomorrow
Brian, you
night?
don't even really eat it.
I ate
Crawfish, you don't like
some.
crawfish?
So don't talk crap about me.
All right,
I did try it though.
Patrick Brondos,
I did too.
I gotta give credit where credit's due. He said he watched my elite man cave episode. Put a drain in my man cave. Great place. He said great place to take a leak without the neighbors seeing me. Thanks for the tip. I got that tip from this guy right here. I really did. He said you need to drain in the floor. That was you that told me that, right? Yeah. He said you need to drain in the floor.
Everything I wish I'd done in my shop, Matt did in his.
Actually,
I was the guinea pig.
he told me, he said, you know what I didn't do? You know what I didn't do? And I was writing these things down. And I was like, well, I need to make sure I look into this stuff when we build one. So, and then when you get to build your man cave shop, which you will, hopefully,
He
after
will.
the honeymoon.
Apparently, I got to have a baby first.
And the baby. After
Yeah,
the baby
and
the honeymoon.
after my she shed.
Huh?
After my she shed.
She gets a she shed.
Todd, who
What's
got
a
the
she
she shed first? You don't know what a she shed is?
Is that a dog?
Somebody burned down Sheila's she shed. And you don't know what it is?
My wife doesn't have one. Your wife's got one.
Huh?
A she shed.
A she
Where?
shed.
It's
They've
like
been
your
living
shop,
under
but
a
it's
rock.
your wife's.
She's got a big closet.
She's got the horse barn in her little room. That's her she shed.
Listen, I just
okay.
need a tiny little. It
Just
don't
didn't
even.
call it that. But
It
yeah.
don't even have to be this big. I just need it enough so I can go in there and lock them out and be in peace.
There you go.
Yeah.
And a little refrigerator. I got.
You
to
want
have-
pads on the walls so you can like slam your head against it after being married to him for a couple years?
Possibly.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call.
Come on now. Gordy.
Alex
Gordy.
Dawson, well, that is yet to be determined. We're still discussing some options, but hopefully with Scott
Todd
back
answered your
requalifying,
question.
Huh?
hopefully getting the gang back together. Yeah, hope,
She got her
hope
she
so.
shed
I thought
first.
Scott was requalified.
I said hopefully with Scott not or qualifying,
Yeah.
not requalifying.
I mean, he's
Talking
in.
about Scott
just
Martin,
finished
not
it.
Canterbury.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
sorry.
but it was-
That was very
I think it was
confusing.
done
Thank you.
for-
I mean,
Brian.
Scott's
they
in
couldn't
though,
do
right?
Everything.
Yes.
Something happened.
Okay.
They can
So,
hear y'all.
New, who are
They
you
can hear
rooming
y'all
with
when
next
y'all
year?
It's all good. We can talk
What?
about this.
No, who
Gordy, hold on. I got to answer my boy Gordy. Gordy, as many times as it takes until they
Now
finally
you
break
can't
off.
just throw the answer. You got to read the
No,
question
read
the
so
question
people
out
know.
loud.
Kevin Gordy, Kevin Gordon, aka Gordy, asked me to explain how many times you can fix a prop with a hammer and a pair of pliers. It depends on the prop, how many bangs it takes with the hammer. But several, I promise you, it's several most of the time.
Andrew, I'd love to direct that question to New, but he won't have an answer for that one either. So,
Ask me. Where's it at?
who is New the most uneasy about in the Rookie Elite Series class with him, meaning for a Rookie of the Year title?
Answer, don't know.
I ain't worried about that.
Yeah, I'm really not.
I'll do it
I ain't
for you.
worried about none of
I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about
I don't know.
It don't
Well,
matter to me.
Same answer for everything.
all right, I got you an answer. Honestly, I don't know who all they are, but I know on them. Matt Robertson is on. Matt Robertson is on them, but no,
You're going to make me quit
he catches them
our own
everywhere.
podcast.
If you want to say that,
This is awesome.
Luke Duncan, if you're watching, Lord help you if you have this kid on.
All right, New.
Luke's
Who
a lot
are
cooler
you
than me.
rooming with next year?
I don't know.
You ain't even
Nobody
set that
wants me. Nobody.
up? You
wants
going
me yet.
solo?
No, I'm
Well-
probably not going solo, but I might. Me and old Todd Alton might be roomies. I don't know.
Who snores
I haven't
louder?
really got that far.
Who snores louder, you or Todd?
Probably
God, I
Todd.
couldn't imagine.
Definitely Todd.
I've stayed with both of them, and that's
I've heard they
Todd,
can both
that's
hear
gonna
knock
be pretty
you
bad.
how loud
It's gonna be
they
pretty
snore.
bad.
Why are you looking at me like I know how Todd snores?
No. Well, I mean,
No, but
you've
he
been in
looked
the
at me
same
like
room
I was supposed to answer that question a while ago.
Spit test. We didn't know if Todd was part of that.
Brian doesn't snore that loud all the time. Just sometimes it gets really loud. He just quits breathing more than anything in his sleep.
Because see, I'm dreaming about her. And
No,
it
'cause
just
you have
takes my
sleep
breath
apnea.
away.
gosh.
that's a good answer, though. New.
Simple.
That's a good.
Simple as that.
The Ryan Sowers, we posted a picture of the AOY trophy. He didn't bring it, but that's the best I could do. Actually,
I wasn't asked.
I wanted to post the actual picture he sent me first when I requested a pic to post on Facebook.
Brittany took that.
You mean
picture.
that video or picture that I took
Well, it might have been a video.
off the side of the boat?
Yeah.
That one,
How'd
yeah.
you know?
So,
Because I went to plug my phone up to charge it, and that was the first thing that popped up on your iPad. Was the reminder
Andy
of
Baker.
what I took.
Andy Baker want to know if Ike and Hackney made it back. I know Hackney requalified. He's already committed to coming back to the Elite Series. Ike is still yet to be determined. So that is not sure about that. Yeah, that's about truth, David. David said, what's a rookie? That's, you've been fishing for, how long you been tournament fishing now? Since you first started fishing BFLs and you still wet behind the ears in the back of my boat as a co-owner?
14 years.
14
Well, I
years.
guess 15 actually.
15 years tournament fishing. And when did you start fishing as a boater in anything like?
Like
I mean BFLs and
4. I probably fished. Like I know I fished the super tournament at Lake Wiley every fall. Probably starting like 13, 14. But I mean, I would really say 15.
yeah. Ryan Sowers, so about 5 years roughly. Ryan Sowers, that's true. He did. That was kind of how his answer sounded. He said he's worried about himself the most in the rookie series.
I did not say that.
You said,
I'm not
"Well,
worried
myself."
about it. I mean, that's. I just go do my thing, and wherever it lies is where it lies. There's no reason to be worried.
Have
about
we got a
anybody.
poll
You've
for
got
tonight,
that point
Jeff?
across very well tonight. Yeah, a poll. What? You got a good poll option?
I think we need to get one for summer. We hadn't. We're,
Oh, I
we're
forgot
supposed
about
to be
the
doing
poll.
a poll every week. I don't know how.
New and Walters. Andrew
We'll do
said
one
New
next
and Walters
week.
would be a wild rooming situation. I don't see that happening.
My shorts aren't short enough.
Walters and you are very much.
Oh, I mean,
even-
I don't know him super
Y'all
great.
are
but
very different.
I like him.
What'd you say
And I
that
said
again?
my
that
shorts
compliments
aren't
you
short
better
They're called
if you hear this.
chubbies.
I mean, I'm not chubby, so
They're called chubbies. That's
Matt's
the
kind
shorts.
of chubby.
They,
Probably.
No, they have a. I mean, everybody kind of picks on Patrick in a fun, joking way on the Elite Series about his shorts because he wears really, really short shorts.
Yeah, they're called chubbies. I don't.
Is that what they're called?
That's what my sister said they're called.
Do I look like a chubby?
That's like the rich boy shorts. You know, with like my daddy bought my jacked up truck that they wear in high school. I ain't lying. And they got shaggy
you go.
hair. Most of them got shaggy hair.
So it's a
though.
good thing I wear the cargo shorts and not chubbies.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, very much so. Randy Haynes used to wear them.
Oh yeah.
Randy Haynes.
Randy, yeah,
Like
but
Tommy
no,
Bivens
Randy's
shorts.
like 27
Hey, they
foot
said they got a
tall,
poll
but he still
question.
wore the short
How
hair.
many times did New say he don't care? That's the poll question.
Perfect poll. Did New answer
I didn't-
any of the questions tonight? Yes or no?
No, he did not.
No, he did not.
Throw me a question.
I
A
mean,
legitimate question.
We thrown you a lot of questions.
You said what?
I mean, Jeff's dying in here. Jeff is literally getting ready to turn the iPads off and walk out.
I'm trying to actually get work done. I can't because I'm laughing.
All right. Oh,
Well,
by
that's
the
the
way,
point.
by the way, we don't talk deer on this show, but since New won't talk fishing, we got to talk about something.
No, we're
Thrift
gonna
tagged
talk
out this
fish.
morning.
I did. I'm done.
Thrift tagged out on bucks this morning.
I'm
Time to
walking
go
out.
fishing.
Oh,
Special thank you to Jeff Walsh, who helped me get the deer loaded on the truck,
on whose truck?
on Jeff's truck. Because I drove the Suburban deer hunt
With no deer hauler?
with no deer hauler.
That's confidence.
Well, I was going to
Deer hauler.
deer hauler. Jeff came to the
Deer
rescue.
hauler Jeff.
So, Jeff, we're sitting at lunch today. I didn't tell you this. And Jeff's
I
like,
said I would go back and get the
no,
truck.
No, I know, but Jeff's sitting there and he's like, yeah. He's like, you see Thrift's deer? I said, yeah, I saw Thrift's deer. I said, you see Thrift's deer? He said, yeah, I had to go get it. I said, yeah, you probably thank me for that. Because Thrift texted me and he texted me, he tried to call me. I was sitting in the tree. I was deer hunting in Rutherford County about 35 minutes from here. And I said, he said, man, I thought you were going to come help me drag this thing. And I said, call Jeff. He'll do it.
And I did.
Knowing Jeff couldn't say no because Jeff's just a nice guy.
Yes, if you're worried about me.
He ain't doing nothing.
That's exactly
Is that
what he
what I
said.
said?
That's
I didn't
exactly
say
what
that.
he said.
Check your text. I didn't say that.
Probably.
I said, Jeff's very busy, but he
All
can't
right.
say no. He's a nice guy.
Let's check the text and see.
I
Let's
got a few
consult.
questions.
The Fox Live deal. What do y'all think? You can answer this.
Well,
What do you think about the Fox Live deal? It's a big deal. First organization to do something like this. So to actually have live coverage on every day of the tournament and each tournament next year, the
You
Fox,
sent call Jeff with a crying smiley face emoji.
that doesn't mean
I have no
That
idea.
means call Jeff because it'll be awesome for him to come help you. So I don't have to climb out of this tree and drive 35 minutes.
Google that emoji.
Jeff said he's going to Google that emoji, crying face, laughy face,
Crying laughy face.
So the Fox Live deal, New. You had a little bit of live experience this year through the Opens, which I think was really cool that Bassmaster
Yeah,
did that.
it was pretty cool.
That was a big deal for all the Opens guys. Anybody that got some coverage there, that was pretty cool. What do you think about the Fox Live deal?
Oh, it's a big deal. I mean, nobody's ever seen it until Bass started going live on national TV today, or this year, not today. But the Fox, it's pretty cool. Especially being my rookie season, I guess I made it.
You know you've got to talk on live now.
Oh, I'm good at talking. I can talk. If you ask me legitimate questions,
Legitimate questions.
but so
That has nothing to do about fishing, apparently, considering he can't answer those.
Next time we're gonna have Brittany and leave New at home.
Yeah, I mean, he was telling me how to do all this, considering he said it's easy. You just answer the questions
you were
they ask
freaking
you.
out. You said, "Oh, I
He
can't
said,
do this."
he said just answer the questions they ask you, and
New,
now
did you get your,
he can't even
did
answer.
you get
them.
your truck issues figured out? Because
Yes.
Andrew wanted to know if you're gonna be driving a Toyota next year.
No, probably not. Probably gonna stick with old Chevrolet.
So you
I
got
don't know.
what was wrong with it, by the way? I remember you saying something. You had some issues with
Well,
something.
I thought it was an alternator, so I bought me a $518 alternator.
And his-
now I've got a spare.
I told
but
him it was an alternator.
Now he's got an extra alternator.
I got a spare alternator. If anybody wants
Yeah,
one,
because
I
I
might
tried
make
to tell
you a
him it
deal on
wasn't his alternator.
So
There's
I think I told him the same thing when he called me about it.
So, on the top of the battery, you basically got a bus bar off the positive, and there was on the nut that was one wire was running to. Somehow the nut got loose and it was arcing back and forth, and it burnt that post in two, and that was the problem.
Oh, yeah, that could cause some issues.
That could be issues.
I mean, it was super simple fix. I just didn't see it, but everything.
Isaac said he's taking credit for that.
I mean,
I'm just
I'm
calling
good
him
with
to
that.
say it.
Andy Baker, I'll address good lose rod and reel for pitching and flipping. What's your go-to? Pitching and flipping, they got a 7.6, the Custom Pro Heavy, and that titanium reel, man, that 7-to-1 titanium reel, or the 8-to-1 Hyper Mag. That would be my choice for reels, but that 7.6 Custom Pro Heavy, probably my favorite all-around pitching and flipping rod. No, I was not in a fraternity, Ryan. Thank you for asking.
You look like a frat boy.
Hey, here's a good question for New.
I've been trying to
Maybe he
answer,
won't
like-
dodge, and maybe he knows the answer to. All right, so
Lord willing.
Brian, Quinn Motley wants to know what's your top 3 greenfish colors for the winter, and I'm going to assume he's talking about a crankbait.
For the winter, honestly, I can't tell you the name of them. This right here, well, new penny.
I hope they are watching.
New penny is well. I mean, they're like some colors that I got him to finally start painting. So I don't know that they actually have a name yet. But new penny, it's like the old school. It's similar to the old school crawdad shad wrap color. That's number 1. This here is high rock shad. That's definitely, you always got to have it. And it's not just the wintertime color, but also, I don't know. It's like a crawfish. It's like a crystal crawfish color. Just a red crawfish. But
Brian, you interviewed me last night asking me which bait to use when, and now you can't answer your own question. He was like, "Which bait do you use?
Clifford
in clear water or
Caldwell
dirty water?"
asked 45 minutes ago, and I've been trying to answer this question, but everybody keeps interrupting me. What's news go-to bait? Man, I would say from lake to lake, or type of lake to type of lake, it depends. But man, you've always got to have a jig. I mean, if there's one bait anywhere in the country that I could have, it would be a all-purpose greenfish jig, 1/2 ounce, some type of green pumpkin, and a green pumpkin Zoom Big Salty Chunk. That's, I mean, you can always catch a fish on that setup right there.
All right, I've got a question for you. So you know your Elite Series schedule.
Somewhat.
What bait is going to be tied on for every tournament that you fish next year on the Elite Series? Like,
Thank
what's
goodness for
your go-to confidence bait that you're going to have on the deck?
Oh, man, a Zoom Old Monster Worm, probably.
There you
I'm
go.
going to have that on the deck. Well, I won't have it on the deck like up north, probably. Definitely going to have a jig and an Old Monster Worm all year long. You know what's cool? We don't have co-anglers, so instead of only having 20 rods on the front deck, I can have 20 rods on the front and 20 on the back. That's going to be
Now,
awesome.
if you fit 20 on the back, that's impressive.
I like this question.
All right, so here.
What's
in
your favorite ice cream?
In practice at Eufaula last year, I
He might could
had
answer that.
I had 43
No, that's what
rods
someone
out
said.
in practice. So I can do it, I promise.
They don't give awards for that, by the way.
I don't care, but they
Question.
give awards for
Hey.
making money.
If Chris Lindahl is watching, make sure he tags that as a shirt.
What shirt?
What he just said.
What did he just say?
Oh Lord.
What did I just say?
I
mean, which
That's
part?
what I just said to get him to tag. I just need to.
all right, so the Bassmaster Media crew, you know all of them. You know the guys that do all the live
Yeah.
coverage. You've watched it all your life. Don't tell me you don't, because that'd be a blatant lie. All right, who are they? All the guys that do all the live stuff. The Bassmaster team, the live coverage guys.
Oh, Ronnie Moore,
Yep.
Zona.
Yep. You better know the OG.
Davey Hot.
No,
Yeah, Davey High.
Yeah, Davey. I'm talking about the OG.
God, what? I took
Tommy
him out.
Sanders.
Yeah, Sanders.
All right, you
I'm
took him
terrible
out.
with
You
names.
took him out. You don't even know his name.
I know his
Tommy,
name.
keep that in mind when y'all got some coverage on for next year. No, so this is a cool question, and there's other a lot of people that make the Bassmaster Live deal happen. Who is Brian? Who would you be most intimidated by if you had to give them an individual interview on that team? You have to pick one of that whole crew. Who would be the most intimidating to you?
Definitely not Ronnie or Zona. They're too laid back. Sanders.
Tommy Sanders.
Yeah.
Really?
He's just like,
Because he's the OG.
he's the OG and he's, I mean, they're all intelligent, but he's like got that I'm intelligent look, you know? And I mean, I'm
very
smart at some
in-depth
things,
knowledge
but
of bass fishing.
Hey, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. He is a walking encyclopedia of bass fishing tournaments for life. I mean, there's nothing that them boys miss on live. And
News favorite crankbait. I interrupted you, but
no, go ahead. By all means,
throwing
by all
out-
means, if you answer one,
Yeah, if you're gonna actually say something.
He can answer this one.
news favorite crankbait.
was that the title of a book or something?
Dude, how do you have a favorite crankbait?
He's
I-
got.
never
I'm
mind,
gonna
he
say
can't
he
answer.
can't answer it.
Every
Never mind.
he can't answer it because he's got a
no.
million.
I've got a lot of crankbaits. The greenfish fat G squared. Because, and the reason being, I mean, there's other baits that I've caught more fish on, but I made more money on that bait, and a lot this year, a whole lot of money on
He
it
gets
this year.
the big bites. That's what he's saying.
It does.
All right, Mike Langford, thank goodness for you and some of our other fans on the show. Y'all are actually asking questions like you understand New a little bit more by asking questions like this. What's your favorite drink while you're fishing, New?
I can answer that one if he
I
can't
answered
answer
it. Yeah, I answered it.
Jeff's
All right, so
dying
Red
here.
Bull.
Mountain Dew, Red Bull, and water.
Yes, I nailed it.
Wait,
I got 4 drinks. I drink no more than 2 Red Bulls a day. Never.
That's a lie.
no,
You should
it's
only
not.
be drinking one, considering he
normally
almost
it's
died, and I
I
made
got a
him
little
quit.
something to say
Is
about
that,
this.
is that your favorite pick one?
Hold on.
I
No,
made him
I gotta
quit
give you the
drinking so
rotation.
many.
You start off the day with Mountain Dew. You keep one Mountain Dew for whenever if you decide to eat a pack of crackers, or also if you have a fish bleeding, you can pour it on the fish and it'll help stop the bleeding. And you got to have water. If it's hot, you got to drink a lot of water. And then around 11 o'clock, you can drink 1 Red Bull, and then maybe 2 o'clock if you've got a late flight, you can drink another one.
And then he's
So,
crying when it's over
He
with.
News changed his program.
Can't make this up. It's almost 8 o'clock too, by the way.
I'm
Okay.
dying. Good. I'm dying in here.
We can stay on as long as you want.
Yeah, I'm good.
I know it's Red Bull because News started fishing with me as a co-angler in 2013. The very first tournament we ever practiced for and roomed together was the Cup at the Red River. Wasn't that right,
No,
News?
cup at Lanier.
That was
Oh, yeah, the Cup at Lanier. Yeah, that's right. And then the next year we traveled together all year. So from starting the end of 2012 for the next 4 years, 3 or 4 years, and I'm pretty sure all 3 of my boats, like every boat I had for the next year that knew practice with me, the carpet would be coming up over on the co-angler side from spilled Red Bull. There was so many Red Bulls drink in my boat that the carpet was peeling up from just little drops getting on it. So he must have changed his ways. I'm glad he added some water in there.
That's the T-shirt. No, thank you, Ryan. He reminded us. They give awards for making money.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, perfect.
Oh, that is good.
Here, this question's for Brittany. Brittany,
Now, does that have a question mark or exclamation mark at the end of
they
it?
give awards. For How about the emoji?
We'll put an emoji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brittany, I got a question for you. This is from Scott Fell. He wants to know what color the nursery's going to be.
Oh,
I hope,
blue,
yeah, blue, green, dark green.
blue,
So I take it you,
Not no girly color.
blue.
No.
Negative.
regardless if it's a boy or a girl.
No, it can't. I don't want no girl. I got to put it back.
I mean, look, check
And I can't do that, so I'm gonna have to keep it.
There's another T-shirt.
Yeah.
I don't want
Put
a
it
girl.
back.
I'm gonna have to put it back.
All right, here's a
Braylon wants a girl, but
question for you, New, from Andrew Alexander, and a chance to
Redeem
Kinda-
yourself.
review and redeem yourself. What all sponsors are you carrying into next year? What are you starting your Elite Series career with?
Give us the full rundown.
Right now, I've got Zoom, Greenfish, and Fitzgerald fishing.
Good deal.
That's where we're at right now, and possibly a cougar.
Lord.
All right, we're not getting back on this.
I'm not claiming you.
Well,
The-
thanks, baby. I mean, you kind of look like
Hey,
a cougar.
New, what's your
Cougars,
favorite?
cougars do not look like this.
Oh, you kind of look like a leopard, dude.
New, what's your favorite kind of ice cream?
And I'm not old.
Ice cream?
Yeah, what's your favorite kind of
Oh,
ice cream?
only kind is chocolate.
Oh,
the only
you're just a
kind.
plain chocolate.
And I don't know why
No.
my mama's saying no babies yet. You better hush.
Do you have any new sponsors that you can speak of or anything in the works that you can talk about?
I don't.
Not at the moment. Okay. New hasn't signed the LTF wall. but
He
we have
will
a rule.
tonight.
Not worthy?
You have a rule that you have to answer at least 25% of the questions that you're asked
I
on the
answered
show
every question.
to have the honor of signing. We're going to let Brittany sign the wall. How about that? We'll let Brittany sign the wall.
Oh, this is a good one, Matt. I'm going to ask this one
Go
to
ahead,
you.
knock it out. You're going to
So-
ask it to me?
I'm asking this to you
Okay.
because I don't
you know you're not going to get an answer over here?
No, because I don't know the man that well and that hadn't been around him. You're the only one in the room that I feel is qualified to answer this.
Oh.
So Andrew Alexander asked, what's Dave Mercer's nickname for New at the weigh-in?
Oh.
Now, New, bear in mind, whatever you come up with right here is probably going to be forever with New.
Maybe
Forever.
Here's Mercer.
This could be forever.
Mercer's a little
Come on,
different.
Pickles, you can do it.
Mercer's a little different when it comes to nicknames because they're all over the map, so it's unpredictable. I mean, he gave Wes Logan. Do you know what he calls Wes Logan?
What?
Y'all know Wes. Y'all know Little Wes.
Yeah.
All right. And
Little Wes.
no. That goes into his nickname. Just hold your thought. Mercer's nickname for Wes this year was Wes the Little Ball of Hate. Logan.
No,
I kid you not.
I don't get it.
Mr. Wes Logan is known as the Little Ball of Hate on the Elite Series. So, Lord willing, maybe you'll be one of the lucky ones like myself and not get a nickname.
Oh,
'Cause,
you don't have a nickname?
No. Not
You've
that
got a show
I'm aware
nickname.
of.
You've got a show nickname.
Not that I'm aware of, but we could go a lot of directions.
He don't.
with that.
He don't know. He don't know what we talk about him when he's.
Even better. Okay, hey, we got 255 viewers on
I
here.
think Todd Go just throwed out the nickname.
I don't see it.
Todd, that's perfect.
Hey,
That's perfect.
give us some ideas that we can pass along to Mr. Dave Mercer for a
And
good
the kid on the
nickname
block.
for New
Never pockets.
on the 2021 Bassmaster Elite Series.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nickname is undecided. I don't know.
Which one? Undecided. Yes, undecided.
That
be good.
would fit perfectly.
So the giveaway tonight, y'all, we've got a great giveaway, great question that I have to give credit to my partner over here, Mr. Bryan Thrift, came up with.
I did it.
He was so excited. He calls me in the middle of the day out of the blue. He's like,
Because it's epic.
I got a trivia question. I said, and I about fell out of my truck. I about wrecked. And anyway, he told it to me. I said, man, that's a really good trivia question. Really good trivia
What's the
question.
answer?
We think we even got the right answer for it.
We think.
We've got an answer that we're calling right. So,
But the giveaway is all the stuff that New brought from his sponsors, the Zoom stuff, Greenfish stuff, and along with a hat and shirt from English Choice Marine. And don't forget if you're in the market for a new boat now or anytime.
Ever.
Yeah,
Ever,
go
really.
check it. Or a used boat. They have a lot of used boats in
Yeah,
inventory
lot
too
of
right
used
now.
boats.
Lexington, North Carolina, Martinsville, Virginia, Spindale, North Carolina. Check them out. You can check them out online too and see their current inventory. They got a lot of new boats rolling in as of late, so check them out. But anyway, we'll.
Yeah, I don't like that because that say I'm never going to win.
What's
I don't like that, Ryan.
What?
This is going to be awesome.
Chef? Question mark. The new guy.
Todd Alton's calling.
Let's see. Nickname is undecided. I'm seeing some pretty good ones.
Yeah, there's some good ones. Y'all
Seen some
are
pretty good
coming
I mean,
through.
honestly,
Y'all
you
are
can
coming
do some
through.
good stuff with my last name.
Narrow pockets.
Yeah,
that's
was a
funny.
good one. That was a
Narrow
good one.
pockets
That's
is
funny.
a good one.
That fits.
That's a good one. I knew it in the Takahiro voice, but INEW.
So I got
I
a funny
did.
one there. So at Louisville, there was this dock, and there was one piling on the walkway. That's it, one. It was a great big round one, but it was only one. And it was a foot and a half water, and I've told this story 10,000 times, so you may have already heard it, but I'm going to tell you why I'm telling it here in a minute. So I threw my jig up there like 6 or 7 times, and I got 0 bites. And I told myself, I said, there's a freaking bass there. I know there is. And I picked the chatterbait up, and I caught one. Like it was stupid. And when I caught that first one, I said, I knew it. I knew there was a bass here. And then I looked at the GoPro footage later, and when I seen it, I just stopped and laughed because from that clip where Takahiro won the classic here on Lake Wiley, right in my backyard.
New kid on the dock. I like that.
That is
Brian
pretty
Clary,
funny.
new kid on the dock. El Diablo.
JJ.
Hell yeah. And the Magic Man.
Oh, shake and bake, baby.
Brian just
Just
asked
ask
Brittany.
Brittany.
New.
Oh, and I
That's a
like
pretty
that
good
one.
one. My name is nobody, and I don't know. This is good. So I know it's 8. Is it 8 o'clock, Jeff?
It is 8 o'clock.
8:06.
8:06.
I just went live on Instagram just so everybody could.
Nice.
Perfect. Well, let everybody on Instagram know that if you want to win this awesome giveaway from new
Might have to
sponsors,
fight me for my crankbait though.
You
No,
better
he's got
get
plenty.
over on our Facebook page as we speak, so you can have a shot at winning this goodie bag. We have a shirt and a hat from English Choice also that's being thrown into the mix. So
My
over
boy.
$100 value on our giveaway tonight, and
Cougar included, or I mean.
No. She ain't old enough to be a cougar yet.
Dang,
She's
Jeff.
a sugar mama though.
That was a joke.
You're the one who called me old.
Watch the show.
That's a cheetah shirt, not a cougar shirt.
Exactly, you idiot. And you want to put a cougar wrap on your boat? You don't even know what
That's
they
a
look
leopard
like.
shirt. That's a leopard.
Is that a
print.
cheetah or a leopard?
That's a
Well,
leopard.
but it's not a cougar, that's for sure. And
Yeah, it's true.
you want to put that on your boat and you don't even know what it looks like.
Shut your mouth, SA.
Y'all just got married. Lord help y'all in about 5 years.
Oh,
Well, Lord help you.
Yeah.
she's
Oh,
freaking
Lordy, this is
luckiest
a
woman
bit
in
off.
the world. Look at this. Look at this. Like,
I
You
got
got-
no words.
who wouldn't want to marry
I got
this?
no words.
I mean, female wise.
Brittany,
I think it's time for our trivia question.
I believe it is.
All right.
Well, he don't have answers to y'all's questions, but he
hope
got
that's the
jokes.
answer.
Well, that's gonna be our.
That's our answer. We've got to answer, and
It's-
that's what you got to
It's
come
your
up with.
question. I'm gonna let you
I
do the
gotta
honors.
get off of here so I gotta see the questions.
No, we got it. We got it.
We
We
can-
can.
me and-
Yeah, we can handle it.
All right,
Me and Matt.
We won't ask new. Don't
we're
worry.
Gonna put the trivia question on Instagram. Y'all can't answer on Instagram.
Yeah. Make sure they
You
know.
can't answer on
Yeah.
Instagram, but you can watch it happen.
You can watch.
There you
watch
go.
somebody
You
win.
can watch somebody else win.
Get over on our Facebook page right now. You still got just a second.
What's
Get
up,
over on our
man?
Facebook page, and we'll give you, I don't know, 30 more seconds because it's got a little delay to get over there and get your answers submitted to our trivia question for the giveaway. Isaac Sosby said, "Thrifting Matt, just get up and walk out." Yes. We'll take Brittany with us and leave him in the studio.
I think she'd leave him anyway.
No, she would not. She probably
Well, they
would.
probably wouldn't want him just sitting here because he ain't gonna have an answer.
Oh, here we go. Y'all got her rolling now.
Hey,
Oh,
did you?
yeah.
Did
I've
you
got to
dance-
go home with this.
Did you dance at?
No, Brian doesn't dance.
You
No.
didn't dance at all at the
I
at the
do
reception.
not
Did you
dance.
at the reception?
He tried. Well, we have one picture of him standing behind me, but I'm not real sure what he
I
was in
slowed
the
down.
process of trying to do.
I was like,
But-
"Hello, man. Come here."
He was
Brian
literally
don't
just
dance.
standing there.
Did you hear Brittany?
No.
She said there was one picture of me standing
No,
behind me, but I'm
t-shirt.
not sure what he's trying to do.
Oh, yeah. What are we?
Another T-shirt.
Brian don't dance.
Brian don't dance.
Brian don't dance.
I really don't.
Oh,
Oh,
I
wow.
have not one
Randy
rhythmic
McKitty,
bone in
that's,
my
That's
body.
surprising, but I appreciate the kind words. Maybe you're just being nice, but he said top 5 LTF shows of all time.
thank you. Thank you.
You better thank Brittany.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it's your
Thank
better
you.
half.
She wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me.
This was
I wouldn't be here if I wouldn't have told you yes. You wouldn't. I wouldn't be here.
I said, Matt,
I feel
we
like
gotta have Brittany on the show.
You can't make me get in that car.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's right.
I feel like this was more of like a marriage counseling session.
it was.
as opposed to the LTF show.
I
Just-
think we broke.
Just throwing that out there.
We broke down a lot of walls.
Listen,
busted
and
through
first
some
of all,
barriers
I
tonight.
made this show
It's been
tonight
a good
because
show.
you didn't.
Hey, does everybody want to know
They,
how we
go
met?
back. Just go
Brian
back and
Key
read the
said,
comments.
"Rest in peace, New."
Yeah.
Just go back and read the comments.
I'm reading them.
Baby New is on deck tonight.
Negative.
All right, we'll get into that as they try to answer the trivia question.
Dropping bombs.
Are we ready?
Oh, I'm always ready.
All right. Am I asking or are you asking?
Doug,
I'm tired. Y'all gotta go.
All right.
Doug Lyon had the best statement of the night. I'll let New look for it, and he can determine his own answer.
All right. Trivia question time.
Oh, thanks, Doug. I mean, I'll come back, but I might not get invited. My wife might.
Door might be locked, but you can come back. All right, trivia question time. Here we go. This is for a new sponsor package giveaway.
The 2020 Angler of the Year package plus the Angler's Choice hat and hoodie.
Here we go.
We need the answer to how many top tier level pros currently live in the state of North Carolina. So across your top two, highest tournament trails.
Tell them what the trails
So
are.
that would be
just
your
to clarify.
Bassmaster Elite Series and your MLF BPT. How many pros currently live in the state of North Carolina?
It's a little tricky, and
It
guys,
is a little tricky.
give us. I was gonna actually dive into it earlier when you told me that. And I said that's a really good question. I said we ought to make them name them all.
That would take forever.
It would take forever. Well, you'd be surprised because
Huh.
people can just guess at those numbers and
Yeah.
get it right eventually. But
And
We
as
will
far as
name
we
them all.
know, we may not have the correct answer, but we have our
All
answer.
of our answers are correct.
Our answers are correct.
Hey, I think you ask
may
the
not be
question
accurate.
again.
They may not be accurate, but they're
Just
the
Google
answer.
it.
Richard
Ask the
Baker, you got
question.
to answer.
There's
on
no
Facebook.
way you can answer this question. We know that.
27. I don't think it's 27.
27. Top tier.
Oh,
I didn't say it. I'm
Oh.
reading.
love how Leslie's
I thought
trying
that's
to
what
guess.
you said. I see a lot that are really close.
I don't know.
But we need the exact right
The
answer.
exact
And
number.
Now I wrote it down. Thrift double checked me.
You better watch your comments.
And
They come in
this
fast.
is what we
I'm not watching, remember that.
we came up with a number that may
You
or may
watch
not
it.
be correct, but that's the number we got.
I see a winner.
Because that's the way we do it on
I see a
LTF.
winner.
All right, call it out. I don't see one, but call it.
You don't see one?
No, call it.
Terry Levan is the winner. First one that came across our feed. So guys,
I see it on Matt's feed
if you
right there.
if you answered not retired, no, current
Current,
top level pros that currently reside or live in the state of North
we
Carolina.
already got a winner.
We
Call
have
it.
we have a winner. I did.
Who are
I
they?
said it was I got to get back to his
Where do
name
you
now.
see
I
that
apologize.
at?
Terry Levan. The correct answer was 11, and
Or that's our answer.
that
That's the answer we were looking
That's-
for.
that's the
how
answer we
we're
were
gonna
looking
we're
for.
gonna have to start wording it.
Yeah.
I gotta go close this show out.
all right.
We're gonna have to start wording the answer we're looking for.
Well, let's name them. So it was tricky. I like Thrift's approach on this. The problem is guys can just guess and eventually get it right because it's got to
Right.
be between 0 and 20 roughly.
Right.
But the answer is 11. You've got let's go through the obvious ones. You've got Thrift and myself.
That's 2.
You've got David Fritz,
That's 3.
Shane LaHue, Hank Cherry, Shane Lineberger, Robbie Dye, Jake Whitaker, the newbie, new
Hey,
new over here. You got Brian New, and you have 2 more. These are the tricky ones. You tell one and I'll tell the other.
You already said
all right. I'm gonna go. One of the tricky ones is Andy Montgomery.
What?
He
You didn't even know
he
that.
he goes by Blacksburg, South Carolina.
You don't live in North Carolina.
He
Yes,
lives in
does. He lives
Grover, North Carolina.
That's where he lays his head. That's where his address is.
His house is in Grover, North Carolina.
So the other one, who just recently moved to the state of North Carolina, is fellow Elite Series pro Brandon Card, who moved down. I think he actually got a place on High Rock Lake.
Yep.
He lives on High Rock Lake. So any guys in that area, you'll see the Suzuki boat running around out there on High Rock. That's Mr. Brandon Card. But him and his wife recently moved from Tennessee over here. We do have 11 guys, which is I'd venture to
That's
say.
how many we got.
I wonder what other state has more than that on the top tier level.
Oh, I'd say
I
there's
mean,
several.
Alabama
So
probably.
read the
Texas,
question again, 'cause
probably.
I think y'all messed up. Read the question.
Well, you name
We've
them.
already
You
got the
name them.
answer.
You said 2020.
Demand a recount.
No,
We didn't say
We
2020.
said how many top tier level pros
Currently
currently
reside.
reside in North Carolina.
They said they demand a
Am I
recount.
top level pro yet?
Are you fishing the Elite Series?
Next year.
Yes.
Okay.
You're
You
on
are
the schedule.
qualified to-
I mean, I was trying to get
Qualified
technical.
on the
but-
schedule.
Like a week ago you weren't, but now you are.
Guys, y'all have to
Yes,
understand.
exactly.
And this happens every single time. Guys complain because they said they saw it on their feed before we saw it. It transmits differently on our feed than it does y'all's feed. So if you see that on your feed, that doesn't mean that's how we received it. We have to award to the very first one correct answer that came across our feed. That's the only way we can do it fair. The first one that we saw was the one that I announced. And let me go back. It was Terry Levan at 11. That was the first one that came across our feed. And send us a message, Terry, with the size shirt that you wear. That will come directly from Angler's Choice. We'll ship this package here out to you. So we need your shipping address and the size shirt you wear. Shoot us a message on Facebook for that.
Everybody's fussing about Andy counting. Andy counts.
Andy counts.
That's why it was a trivia question.
Exactly.
I tell you.
So
we can't do
Andy
anything
Andy
right.
claims he's
Roy
Blacksburg,
Cooper got
South
all y'all.
Carolina. But when he goes home to his family and he lays his head
Where
down
do you receive mail?
in his bed,
Correct.
he is going to sleep in the state of North Carolina.
That's sours. That's
Yeah, they didn't
not
demand a
funny, but
recount.
it is.
They demanded a recount a while ago.
Oh gosh.
A lot
Anyways.
of the ones. Okay, guys, look, I will screenshot my feed if that's what it takes. Lord have mercy. But it is what it is. We can't control how
Yeah,
it
we call it
transmits
as we
to us.
see it. We can't help that.
Yep. And
Maybe one day we'll come up with a better way to do this, but for now, this is
Probably
what we
not.
got. Probably not.
And,
I
any-
like this way.
and anybody that thinks we're showing
Jeff likes this
favoritism
way.
for a $50 package of baits and a free shirt and hat needs to recheck themselves. So that's
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
that's right. Amen, Brittany. I like it.
That's some cougar talk right there.
We
Cheetah or leopard or something.
So
Andy Counts lives right down the road.
next
Thank you,
week we
Tyler.
got a show.
Yeah. So Christmas is a week from Friday, right?
That's Christmas Eve, right?
Tuesday we have to have. We'll just call it the redemption
No,
show
Christmas Friday.
for this cluster that we had this week.
This has been a beautiful show.
a beautiful show.
This has
He
been
said
a beautiful show.
All
I
right.
mean, it has.
We heard that before.
Look at there. Andrew Alexander says, I'm from Blacksburg. Andy lives in Grover, North Carolina. Bam.
Grover, North Carolina. That's his address. Can't argue with
Well,
that.
I'm from Shelby, and Andy lives in Grover, North Carolina.
Exactly.
Walsh,
Yeah,
are you in for next week?
I think so. I don't
Possibly.
do anything, according to you.
Never said that. Check his text. All
I
right.
forgot emoji.
Crying laughy face emoji.
Yeah.
No, I just think it was funny because let me explain that emoji. I'll do it after the show. They don't need to hear all that.
Yeah, you gotta close the show.
All right.
No.
So maybe
Oh,
a show
yeah.
next week.
Fans
Maybe
want-
not. I don't know.
We'll have a show next Tuesday
Brian?
because it'll
Show
be,
maybe.
You know what we
Yeah.
might do?
What we might do.
We might get the girls on with our ugly Christmas sweaters or something maybe.
Like we did
Yeah,
last
that would
year.
be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never had an ugly Christmas. I can't talk about it.
Jeez Louise.
Y'all make fun of me too
All
much.
right,
My
y'all-
old lady makes fun of me.
Thanks for tuning in. Brittany, do you know how to sign this show out? Have you
Yes.
ever listened to how we signed it out?
Yeah, but I don't remember.
Let's let New do it.
No, I actually don't have an answer for this one this time.
Let's let New do it.
Jeff said, "Is that a no?"
Kidding. Too many white claws. I'm sorry.
I need
Well,
another
enough of
one.
You know how we sign it out, but I just love to hear you say
You
it.
probably don't.
Brittany should do this.
No.
We don't
Why
have time
don't
to
you?
fight about it.
They've been
y'all.
wanting me to
Anyway,
answer
this
something
could go
all
on
night. You
forever.
do it.
This could go on
But
forever.
this is what we do. We
All right,
argue.
go on, New. Sign us out.
I'm probably gonna screw it up.
It don't
but I'm
matter.
gonna do it anyways. When we can't go fish, we're gonna sit right here and we're gonna argue and we're gonna talk fish.
Perfect.
See y'all next
Nailed it.
week.
Thank you for listening to Let's Talk Fish. Visit our private Facebook group to continue the conversation, post your questions, and talk with other fellow anglers at facebook.com/groups/Let's Talk Fish. Follow us on Instagram at Let's Talk Fish Official and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more exclusive content. Join us again next episode for more actionable tips, tactics, and techniques directly from the pros. And remember, when we can't go fishing, we're going to sit right here and talk fish.